Hello, Debasmita Banerjee. He's Alvin Karkun and he's Amit Kumar, and we are from Techno India's SPI student chapter. And as you can see, our theme is Vista, the cinematic evolution, and we are basically doing a particular way of representing a cinema and how it has been evolved through ages. And the first thing we have here is Bioscope. This is basically this works as an amalgamation of projector and also a movie camera, and inside there is a paper towel, and inside there is a story. If you can see from here, you can see the story is moving. The story is about a girl. If a girl is influenced about education and gets good education, then ultimately she succeeds. So it's about that. Yeah, so finally it ends here. And this particular decoration that you see is basically influenced from rural India, like this side also here. So this is all about our vice caps. And the next thing is
The next thing we have is a shadow box. Okay, actually, in 18th century, shadow theater played a main role in providing entertainment to people. So, based on that essence, we have mixed that essence with the concept of shadow to create a shadow game, which is mainly for children of ages 8 years and above. So, we can define the phenomenon of shadows to children via this. As you can see, if the light source is brought closer to the shadow box, the shadow becomes fainter. Okay, and as we move the light source behind, okay, further away from the sheets, the shadow becomes sharper. Okay, so here what we have done is we have basically made various cardboard supports or frames, and via the supports we have made various layers that will be our object. The layers are made by papers, black papers, that will be our objects. We have pasted the layers in such a way that the layers towards the front, this one is the screen made up of tracing paper, the layer towards the front will provide the sharper images of the shadow, and the layer at the back will provide the fainter images as we move further. Okay, and this concept has been derived from shadow theater, as we have mentioned before, and this is mainly used in nowadays for many games. This phenomenon is used in many games, especially we use this in outreaches for outreach activities. Okay, next we have, as we move from this, where all we saw till now was 2D things, right? Next we move on to an optical illusion, which is mainly based on a 3D thing. Okay, a 2D stuff has been created, this one, but it will provide a 3D image. You can see as if the staircase is elevated. Okay, so this is a 3D illusion, optical illusion.
So, as my friend Debasmita and Alvin introduced us with the cinematic evolution of cinema from 1D, 2D to virtual 3D. So, here we present to you the VR headsets that nowadays are coming into the markets. You can see we have inspired our design with the Google Cardboard, but have actually used plastic spherical lenses which have been made from ordinary scrap water bottles, as you can see here. Because of this property, this VR headset is very cheap, and if it gets broken down, it can be repaired as well. We also have started another initiative, like we have wrote to the Stanford team, and we have got a fold scope and origami paper microscope from the team of Prakash Lab from Stanford. And as you can see that in this way we can introduce any paper slides inside this fold scope, and we can pan this area like this way, so we can see the whole section beneath it. And when we attach it with this, you can see the small scales of butterflies. When we touch the scales of butterflies, it feels like powder, but actually these are this structures which are visible easily underneath this paper microscope. So what we have done is that we have taken such images from this fold scope and has combined it with this VR and has made what is known as that is origami based, virtual reality based microscope. So this is what we have done, and we hope that you will have liked our presentation.
The second place winner is Vista, Explore the Cinematic Revolution from the Techno India chapter.